Get up in here. How y'all doing today? Yay, yay, yay. I got a good one for y'all today. Get up in here. I hope y'all pay attention to this one because it's a good one. This one gonna bless you, deliver you, give you some salvation, some rectification, answers, and a lot of stuff. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let me know if y'all can hear me. Can you hear me before I get going? Get up in here. Get up in here. Please let me know if you can hear me. If you are in here, let me know. Can you hear me live? Because I don't want to be talking and y'all can't hear me. Mm-hmm. Jamaica, oh, I wanna take you. Okay, good. Now y'all know I can't sing too. So, thank you. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. The title of the video is "When Man Becomes God, Hell Becomes Home." Okay, pay attention now. Make sure y'all don't miss none of this right here because there's some good stuff right here. Don't miss this. So, what do I mean by this? Okay, well, first of all, where did I even come up with this? I can explain it. I was scrolling down my timeline and I came across a community post from a brother by the name of Rashad Jamal. And the comments on the post just blew me away. Blew me away. For some context, for those of you who do not know who Rashad Jamal is, he is a brother from the spiritual community who has built a very large platform, like sharing esoteric knowledge or unknown, hidden knowledge with the populace. Brother Rashad is pretty popular. Okay, he was part of the whole. If you guys have been watching me from Facebook, the whole thing that I done warned y'all about, stay away from them folks in Atlanta. Yeah. Those people who have perverted spirituality. And so, and this video isn't necessarily about Rashad Jamal. This video is about us as people and our behavior. And it is going to become a profound look at how we can be grossly negligent with our gifts if we are not operating in the right space. And I hope that that's what you get from this video. So please pay attention to what I'm saying to you. So Rashad Jamal, like a lot of these guys, have been convicted of a crime against a youth and is now incarcerated, I think, for 16 or 18 years, some nice amount of time. And the people are under the comment section and they're like, free the God, free God. God, release our God. Us gods need to go and get him, and all of this other nonsense. Now, admittedly, unlike some of the other brothers, like Brother Polite, Lover Boy, and others who are a little bit more well known, his case, you can't find a lot about the case. It's not like, and there's not a lot of YouTubers breaking it down, giving their like hood analysis of it and all of that. That's not happening. But the fact that they think that this man is God blew my mind. The fact that some of them even believe that they too are God, um, further took me out the game. Because, yes, we are gods, ye are gods. But in the ye are gods, there's something very important that a lot of people, when they leave from the church, they leave, okay? And that is the true teaching of Jesus. So the religion may be a joke, and it is. And I think that we will all mostly agree on this fact at this point in the game. However, Jesus truly existed. That was a time that happened, and there was some teachings that brought to mankind here that are very important to our existence right now. And it's exactly what society, the devil, the God of the earth, um, uses to trick us out of our bowls of soup. Um, we walk away from the church because we discover at some point through our own spiritual evolution that it does not fit the frequency. But there's a large number of us who get trapped in other things that are equally as deceptive or even worse than religion. And these groups that tell you, they're better than religion because they're giving you some information that religion is not giving you, is not necessarily the best. I did a whole bunch of hooping and hollering before I deleted my Facebook to come to YouTube about the whole polygamy trend, the whole trend of being vegan, the whole trend about being kings and queens and gods and goddesses. And this is all a trap. Okay. One thing you'll notice with all of these people is none of them talk to you about healing. Healing. And the reason that is because they haven't actually done the dirty work of healing their traumatic experiences within this existence to allow them to come to that greater self. So here's what happens. We read a good book, get some knowledge, but we're not quite sure what the knowledge means or why it has even come to us, because everything isn't for everyone, and certain things come at certain times along your journey. So there are some things that I know and have learned that I can't say to people. I don't only have the words to put it in, because the language and frequency that it is at is incomprehensible to the person or persons I'm talking to. So, when I say man throughout this conversation, I don't know if I said this earlier or not, but let's be clear. When I say man, I mean human. So I'm not just saying a man, I'm saying human, okay? Because it could be a man or a woman who is playing these parts, or who has fell into these roles of distractors, cheaters, liars, shortcut takers, con men, con women, whatever you want to call it. Okay. But they can't talk to you about healing, and they're not pushing healing because they themselves have not healed. They haven't done the healing work. And so a lot of what you're seeing is a person who, they may have knowledge in something. They may have read a book. Okay, a lot of these guys, they was in a jail cell somewhere and somebody gave them a book. Okay, and then they take the knowledge and they run with it. But they only have pieces of it. One of the things that stopped me from talking a lot to people was recognizing that sometimes people will kind of try to pick my brain for something and they'll get a piece of, because they can't really handle the totality of what I'm saying, but they'll get a piece of it and then they'll be somewhere trying to run and teach that or run and monetize that in some type of way when spirit is not to be monetized. I can't monetize your healing. My gifts make way for me that on their own. So there's no monetization to that. Um, but healing, okay, when I talked about Kevin Samuels, everybody lost their mind. Oh, you're hating. I'm never a hater. I'm a truth sayer. And that sometimes looks like hate to those who jumped on a bandwagon of wrong behavior. Kevin Samuels, a person who you could hear, you could see in what he was saying, how he was displaying himself. He had not done any healing work. What do I mean by healing work? Healing work is when we go through and we begin to examine our own traumas, our life experiences, what triggers us, what has us hung up, strung up, what's blocking us, what is our fears, what creates anxiety for us. Do that shadow work and understand why and how we're functioning. And if it's not to our highest self, then we make adjustments. Now, honestly, along the journey, like I said earlier, a lot of information comes at different points at different times. Okay. But this is a warning for those of you who have just begun the journey, maybe fresh into your journey, not really sure where the journey is taking you yet. So you're looking for direction in the journey. You may be trying to find your grounding in the journey. Okay. Remember to always go back to God. Okay, because with God is how ye become a God. So, yes, after you do some healing, okay, some of us might go to a little counselor, and we done talked about some issues we had with our parents, and now this is, you know what I'm saying. But now this also opens up for exploitation. Okay, so be careful, be mindful, because when man becomes God, hell becomes home. We see this in each of these people's story, right? So last year, when I started explaining to everyone what I had seen, and there was a bunch of people going into purgatory, they were going to be judged for the misuse of their gifts and the things that they had done. A lot of people, again, felt whatever they felt about it is the truth. And now we see it. Okay, and why do we see it? I have told you, because Pluto is going into Aquarius. There is nothing going to be hidden anymore. Okay, all dark things, all things of badness are being overturned. That's just the truth of it. And this is why it's ultra important for you not to fall into this trap of believing that your mortal ass is God. Okay, there's no way we could be God. Even in looking at this, I'm thinking, these people got to be out of their rabbit ass mind. If this dude was God, there's no way that some persons, or earthly organization could be holding you in a jail cell. If you're God, you're God. And see, we have to, and see these same people be like, oh, the etymology of words and all of this and all these big words. And see, this sounds good. It looks sexy. It sounds fly. We all want to be intelligent. Okay, as grown-ups, right? Nobody want to be intelligent in school. But as adults, we all want to be intelligent. We all want to be liked. We all want to be seen. We all want to be heard. We all want to be validated. Well, that's the problem. On this journey, your validation comes as you're going. And it's usually after you've done the work. And it's validation through some kind of reward in some way. But it's never, ever, ever something external to you. It's not. Okay, there's a whole HBO documentary. I told y'all this stuff, and this stuff didn't just start, and it ain't gonna just end. Okay, the mother god, or the god of mother, she was the mother god. Okay, check that thing out. Okay, when people, humans, when man becomes God, hell become all. Now look at the story of Lucifer. When he decided, okay, I'm not bowing down to no humans, and they ain't telling me what to do. That's what this means when I say saints command, because saints can command angels. Okay, the angels have to do what the saints need. All right, that's just law. Witches conjure. Okay, witches conjure because they got low light. Okay, they been tricked. They down here on this level. You know what I'm saying? And now they got to work with the devil to get illusionary shit. Okay, we're not here for illusions. We here for the promises, the real thing, baby. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So, hood style was good style. What could be understood style? Yes, there comes a point where if one has grown up in religion, that they're going to have to. Everything is a flip. Okay, if you was ugly as a kid, you're gonna be a nice looking adult. If you're a nice looking adult, you probably was an unattractive child. Okay, it just, unless you're like me, I've always looked exactly the same. So I don't know. But if you don't figure out the balance in your relationship with yourself, your relationship with others, your relationship with your friends and family, your relationship with your siblings, and yes, those are all different relationships. Your relationship to your children, your relationship to your money, your relationship to your health, your relationship to your worth and value, and all of that. It's all different levels to this shit. So yeah, you might be then got some information. You might be then, or your relationship to God, right? So you might be then got something, and then you get something, and now when you exploit it, that's what I mean when I say don't be running around here turning the rock to bread. Okay, some of y'all about to figure out that you got some superpowers. Oh, I can make light come out of my hands. Hey, we some powerful beings. When you figure this shit out, don't go trying to turn every rock into bread to show off for everybody so people will affirm you and be like, oh my God, you're so magical. I love you. You know what I'm saying? The other thing about becoming a God, we're not supposed to be worshiped. I don't want nobody worshiping me. Okay? I'm happy people don't want to hear what the fuck I'm talking about. I'm comfortable there, right? We just talked about that in my last video. I think, or whatever video I talked about ego. Okay, for me, my ego like to be with myself. Like I just like my alone time. But it'd be like, no, turn the camera on, or no, go talk to them people, or no, go to this place, or no, go do that. And so I have to do that thing, you know. But my ego is like, no, you know, ego can go either way. All of it can go in either way because it's all about balance. Okay, but when we become the God, we go through a season, some trials, where God gonna take His hands off, or which God is a frequency. I say His because it makes people comfortable, right? But God is a frequency. No man, no woman. It just is. But nonetheless, when you don't listen, when you are hard-headed, uncooperative, when you go too far off track, then God takes His hands off, and then you can feel it because your life go to hell. You know what I'm saying? Shit ain't consistent. Your relationships ain't consistent. You be in some traumatic shit. You know what I'm saying? Uh, Anybody, if y'all know Brother Rashad, if y'all follow Brother Rashad, tag this video because listen, brother, if you want to get up out of that thing, if you really innocent, okay, go back to God. Go back to God. Humble yourself. You are not God. We are not God. We are gods because we are part of the one body, but we are not the all-knowing, omnipotent, omnipresent. You ain't that. Stop. Stop it. Because if not, I'm telling you, when man become God, when man become God, hell become home. Now, if you've ever read my book, one of the things that I tell you there is hell is a destination. Yeah, we gotta come through this space. You know what I'm saying? We gotta come check it out and go through our little trials and get burned up and shit. You know what I'm saying? And we gotta go through all of that. But Here's the thing. We don't have to stay there. Okay, we're not meant to stay here. We're only here for a moment, a time, a season, a passing to complete something. Okay, so now the thing is, you don't want to get trapped here. But if you become God, if you become God, you can get stuck here. And see, this is where a lot of people fucking up on this spiritual journey. We losing some real saints. Okay, we losing some real ones out here, some good souls flunking out. Like, we can only pray that they get like they reincarnate and get another chance. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, because baby, okay. Now, other thing that came through my mind about this us being God thing. You ever notice that the people who say they God be suffering from extreme depression, low self-esteem, extreme anxiety, paranoia? Okay. First of all, do where they get you. They wear fancy clothes. They make the little videos flashing their money. The one brother, he was making videos inside his Rolls Royce, right? And they say all of the stuff you want to hear, but they're not living it. I was explaining to a friend of mine the other day. I am commanded to live what I say. I really live what I say. It's not like fake. Okay, I don't I don't be like, oh, look at me, I'm taking these pictures, but I'm not really going to them places. Or look at me, I'm doing this, but I'm not really doing that. No, if I really be doing it, I have to. Okay, because in order to fulfill this mission here, we have to be present, relatable, reachable, teachable. Everything has to be real, okay? Because if not, people gonna flunk out. And yes, sure. People came along, they did their thing. I'm the best at this, and I got all these friends and followers. Mm-mm. Look how much money I got. I got 8 wives, and it's about to piss the people off. Mm. The person who is sleeping with multiple people ain't manifesting nothing but mess. That's it. That's all. That's it. That's all. Nothing else. It ain't nothing else to talk about past that. It ain't. And I'm gonna stand on what I say, and you can argue with your mama. You know what I'm saying? And you can argue who you want to. You can go there to say how you want to, because this is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help me God. Okay. Man or woman, human, man, woman, half man, used to be man, gonna be man, whatever. Okay. If you are opening your sexual energy up to multiple people at one time, the only thing you're manifesting is mass, darkness. That is witchcraft. That's what you see going on with Hollywood. Okay, so and so gay. They gay. These people ain't gay. They don't have no sexual preference. They like money, power. Okay, that's it. That's it. That's all. Money, power, control. It ain't got nothing to do with no goddamn sexuality. These people are doing rituals. Okay, that's it. That's all. And yeah, we see it will produce for a short time, and then the next thing you know, they're on Hollywood's busted list, or they need to get some psych medicine, or they're fucking out of here, or you know what I'm saying, some other weird stuff, because there is consequences for messing with darkness. It can only go so long, because it can only go for the cycle in which it is in. So if it's in a 6-month cycle, it's gonna last 6 months. If it's in a 2-year cycle, it's gonna last 2 years. If it's in a 6 year cycle, it's going to be 6 years. If it's 12, 18, whatever the cycle is, and that is above me and above you too. You don't even know. This is why I be telling people don't get yourself in no shit. I had to tell somebody, my aunt, she said, don't be getting in no trouble. I don't get in no trouble. Because let me tell you something. I learned about trouble. Okay, I already know I'm well knowledge and versed on trouble. Like, I know what's going to get me in trouble. I know what trouble going to do and how it's going to feel for me. So I make decisions that represent my higher self. You don't like to be in no trouble. So, um, anyway, back to being God. If you God, okay, just think about this and ask and challenge and this other thing. If you know somebody who has this ideation and you're not having no kind of conversations with them to challenge them, not telling them that they not God, because they could be they God, they could be. But it's some things you should ask them, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so as God, okay, why are you incapable of making this better for yourself? As God, why ain't you able to, like, get yourself out of the jail? Like, I even one of the persons said, okay, God, we need to locate and go get the God. Huh? See, this kind of like it's too many chiefs, not enough Indians. Okay? And see, the devil like this. This is, but because like his 200 cronies that got kicked out with him, hey, I ain't got to bow down to them. My homies is like, no, we ain't got to do that. He right. You know what I'm saying? And so guess what? When he got kicked out, they got kicked out too, but they got kicked out immediately. Okay, get out of here. Now here's the thing, since they kicked out and they know they can never go back, they don't want your ass going back. Plain and simple. It's that simple. And when you become the God, just like them, hell becomes home. There is no going back. You can't go back home. I don't know about y'all, but see, I want to make it home. I came here to do something. I came here to have a good time. I came here to get some things accomplished. I came to meet some people. I came to have some experiences. I came to be part of the change, the shifts, all of that. But I ain't never come here with the agreement to forget what I came for. I hope you didn't forget what you came here for. Because if you do, you can see plainly. Look all through the news. Follow these guys' profiles. Look at their Instagram pages. Look at their Facebook accounts. Follow the progression. Not only will you learn something, you're going to learn something. A whole lot of something. You'll learn what red flags to look for. In spirituality, if you have a person, I did a big thing about Reiki, right? And everybody thought I was saying Reiki is not good. No, I didn't say Reiki is not good. I never said that. Reiki's fine. Okay, it is truly an ancient practice. However, it's been perverted by freaks, people who they think they are God. They are the God. So now they are using and manipulating people's energy and sending it off to the ethers to do whatever the fuck they want to with it. And who is it hurting? It's hurting the collective. It's going to hurt our children, our grandchildren, because that energy is perpetually moving. See, what is sent out always has to come back. And so this is why we have to be very conscious and cautious about what we're saying, what we're doing, what we're teaching, what we're inhaling, what we're breathing, what we're regurgitating. And so, do I think I'm better than other people? No, not at all. I'm blessed and highly favored, grateful, because a lot of these things I've said time and time again. I had the joy, the pleasure, and of God teaching me these things in solitude. Because I too, at some point, could have flunked out. Like, yeah, I'm God, I'm the black woman. Give me 4 niggas, I need 8 bitches, and I need 10 stitches, yeah, 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 and a bag and a wheelbarrow full of bitches. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, bring it in, goddammit. I need it all. But see, God knows his children. And so if we're truly children of God, we always have the ability to get ourselves in line. So like I said, if you see this video, you know Brother Rashad, you follow Brother Rashad, tag the man, because I don't want to put it in the thing so that I become like, people be like, oh, you trying to get clout chasing. No, I don't chase nobody's clout. I came here with the clout. Okay? I've been hidden in plain sight, enjoying my life the whole time. Watching it, praying for people, hoping that people like get it. Like, I done seen the people. I done seen actions, okay? And not just here. I done seen it there. I done seen it here. Everywhere, okay? In different shapes and forms. That's why I tell people race ain't real. That ain't nothing we should be concerned about. That ain't none of our business. Okay? I done seen people with blue eyes bluer than the sea, hair blonde as can be, okay? Spirit just as clean as mine. And I done seen people locks just as long and strong as mine, skin just as dark as mine, on nothing but straight demon time. They ain't got nothing good for nobody, not even they self. Okay? So believe me, all of that don't count right now. It's good and evil. Right and wrong. Light and dark. Whatever term you want to put it in, there's a divide. And those who have turned themselves into God, if you have turned yourself into God, you're stuck in the darkness. And that's what the devil wants. But you still have time now. Like right now, before like the day of darkness comes, to be like, oh, wait a minute, you know what? Oh, fuck. When I look around, like, shit, my life is pretty fucked up, right? Like, my health fucked up, my money fucked up, they got me locked up, they won't let me out, they got my motherfucking baby mama and motherfucking crashing me down when the people talking about this about me and shit. You know what I'm saying? Y'all get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. That pH balance still off and shit. You know what I'm saying? You can't motherfucking get your mind and thoughts straight. You can't find no peace. Okay. You're probably because you're not God. Okay. Now, if you need to burn pounds and pounds and pounds of sage day in and day out, I'm gonna tell you right now, you probably not in the flow. Okay. You're probably not like in the flow, just mean prosperity. So if you ain't in that, then I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. Because it's a choice. It's all a choice. But if you God, you choosing, you're in control. Don't be cheering these people on, watching this stuff. About, yeah, because they sound good. They got big words. Everybody got big words. Okay, you might only have one big word in your whole vocabulary, but everybody got big words. Okay, those words might not come out of your mouth like everybody, but they go through your head. So you got big words. You know what I'm saying? You might not be the person that'll get up on a stage and talk in front of thousands of people, or make a video and talk to hundreds of thousands of people, or you might not be that. Okay, but you are you, and your unique position here is important to be fulfilled. And you can't fulfill that if you done fucked around and forgot that you here on a mission and decided that you is God. Hello, wake up, my people. We cannot be having two masters. We can't be divided within ourselves. Okay. Even the people who tell you, oh, Jesus is God and the Holy Spirit, they lying. They lying to themselves. Okay? If you read the book for yourself, don't let somebody else read it to you. First, heal yourself so you can get in spirit. Because I don't care how much reading you do, if you're not in spirit or you're not at the right frequency, you cannot understand what the book says. Okay? Period, to the point, to the motherfucking blank. Okay. So, pray, meditate, get some nature, go out, have a good time, listen to some good music, like not no low vibrational music, you know what I'm saying? Some good stuff, like to make you feel good. Pick your energy up. Pray, pray, pray. Drink plenty of water. I need to drink some more. Drink plenty of water. Not right now, Dougie. Get you a connection to some animals. Um, Find some good friends, like good energy people. Like hang around people that's gonna tell you the truth. Because I was explaining to a friend the other day, you can't change if all your friends agree with the nonsense. Okay, so if I'm on some bullshit and my friends agreeing with my bullshit because they my friends, how they gonna help me change? What happened to iron sharpening iron? Oh, my fault. Everybody a god, so right, I should just we all just right. We all perfect. Just that's not correct. Okay. When man becomes God, hell becomes home. We come here for a mission. We come here for a time period. We come here for a reason. We come here for a season. We come here for a cycle. We come here, but we don't come here to bullshit around. Yeah, and you certainly didn't come here to be forgetting what the fuck you came for. Okay, so as you open your heart, you start to take your pain, your trauma, your sadness, your grief, your loss, your lack, abandonment, fear, worries, anxieties, all of the nonsense. You throw it together in a pot and make yourself some power. And that's where you start to snap back into remembering to remember exactly who you are, why you are. Get to learning yourself, self mastery. Don't follow people who ain't encouraging you to heal yourself. Okay? If they just telling you how good they are, how much money they have, how popular they are, then don't follow that. Okay? Because that that has nothing to do with our salvation. Just because a person can spit a whole bunch of knowledge, I know a lot of stuff. Okay? Just because I can say it or teach it or speak it, if I'm not living it, what is it? What is it for? At this point, I could tell you a bunch of stuff. But like I said to you guys, when I stopped talking about the political agendas and all of that, because I've already professed it, I've already spoken it, okay? If you saw it, you saw it. If you didn't, oh well, that's on you. Those with eyes to see and ears to hear got the message. Everybody else, that's your business, not mine. Next, on to the next thing, your healing. Your healing is the most important thing right now. More important than your job, more important than your kids, more important than your man, more important than your pets, more important than your parents, more important than your weave, more important than your private size, more important than what you drive, more important than everything. With everything being secondary to unnecessary. And that's what healing is about. So follow people who you can see the healing, you can feel the healing, you can recognize it. But those people are probably pretty boring, huh? They don't got the money, they don't got the cars, they ain't got the flash, they ain't got all of that. They just living their best lives. They're living free. They're living liberated. They live healthy. And this is what you're here for. Because that's the promises. I'm the PolitSaint. I hope this video helps somebody. I don't know. Somebody. Oh, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. Yeah, I got some more talking to do. Because depression, especially right now. It's winter time. A lot of people get depressed. They get locked in the house. Depression is your number one sign that you are grossly out of alignment with God's will for your life. Believe me when I tell you, we all came here to have the promises, but there are plenty of tests, there are plenty of lessons, there are plenty of battles, plenty of attacks in order to get there. But what fun would the game be if it not? Don't be tricked into giving up your divinity and laying a victim to your experience merely because it happened. Take that stuff, put it in the bowl, mix it all up, and find out how it made you great. And share that with the rest of the world. Be it the person that you meet at the grocery store that you hit them with that smile because you're just grateful that life is happening right now. Be it the little kid that you walk past in the park and you just smile because you know life is still happening because little people still being born. Like it's a lot to be grateful for. And it's a lot that we can look around and see the promises more than that which keeps us depressed, more than that which keeps us in a box of self-doubt, fear, worry. Yeah, we're not here for that, and we don't gotta have it. So today is Sunday. Y'all know for me, Big Kid Sunday. Go out today, find something that makes you remember the child in you. Express it a little bit, have a little bit of fun, and above all else, give it out to somebody else through a smile, a hug, a handshake, a how you doing, a genuine how you doing, not just hey how you doing because you walk by somebody. No, like I really want to know. Like I often like kind of surprise people when I walk past them because I'm like how you doing, and they like hey no. I asked you how you're doing. You didn't answer me, and I'm really concerned with how you're doing. So next time you walk by somebody, ask them how are they doing, and be interested in knowing. I'm the PolitSaint. I hope that this right here helps somebody to get a little bit further along your journey because trust and believe there is plenty of traps and we don't want to fall into them, especially not the God complex. Okay? It is expressed in many different ways. And matter of fact, I will talk about that next Sunday. That's going to be the topic of conversation, the God complex. Because how do we slip into the God complex? What is the God complex and how does it show up in our life? I love you guys. I hope that this message resonates in some way to help you, to help somebody else, or even yourself. And make sure you share it to somebody, your mother, your sister, your cousin, your uncle, your daddy, your dad, daughter, your cat, your dog. I don't care. Just share it with somebody. You don't even worry about if they're going to like it. Okay, just send it off to somebody. Start spamming people with it. I love y'all. Peace and wellness. Oh, well, it won't be live until a couple days, but when it is, come back to it. Watch it again. Critique me on it. Tell me what I could do better. Tell me if you could hear me clearly the whole time. Tell me what you want me to talk about or what you might be struggling with that I can talk specifically about so that I can help you out. Because guess what? The whole thing is for us all to pass these tests, get up out of this mess, and get back home. Okay? And it ain't hell. Hell is where we have to travel through, but it's only so that we can rediscover heaven. I'm the PolitSaint. If you have not gotten my first book, please go to my website today. www.politsaint.com. Okay? Politsaint.com. And order the book, A Trip Through Hell to Rediscover Heaven. Get your copy today because soon the second book will be dropping. And guess what? I want you guys to make sure that you get up in here because I want to share this because it's very liberating.